We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Cheers, my boy. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your Burnley Leeds preview. I'm very happy to be joined by Natalie from No Nay Never Burnley podcast. How are you doing, Natalie?
I'm very well, thank you. Before we get into this, may I firstly thank everybody for allowing me a 24-hour delay with this. I know we were scheduled to stream this last night, and I needed to push back 24 hours. So thank you. I appreciate the what's the word? Being able to move it. So thank you. And it's lovely to be here.
No, good. It's really good to have you. Really excited for this game. Just getting a few of these comments. Danny says, smash a like and subscribe from Matty and Natalie's. Put your link in there too. If any Leeds fans want to go over and have a look, really good content over there. Not saying anybody will, but if there is any Leeds stroke, I've got a bit of a thing for Burnley.
It's a niche channel, and that's okay.
That is okay. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So obviously, massive game. The return fixture early in the season, you came away with a 1-0 win. I'd say we dominated the game. You caught us on the counter. Doesn't matter how much of the ball we have. If you win 1-0, no one gives a shit. And we hear that a lot as Leeds fans. But what are your initial thoughts going in? Are you nervous? Are the results around you? We just spoke on your channel about half an hour ago, didn't we? We sort of said that's took the edge off a little bit. Is that how you feel, Natalie? Or
yeah, I was a lot more nervous before Sheffield United messed up yesterday. I think that has taken a lot of pressure off both of us. And I think what that's going to do is it's going to just make it a really exciting game. What I didn't want is for this to be cagey or be too nervous for both sides. For us now, I think if Sheffield United had won yesterday, then I think I'd have been really nervous because for us now, the worst comes to worst. If we do get beat, then I think that's you off to championship titles.
Do you really think if we win tomorrow, that's it?
Yes. The gap will just move. That'll be it. That will be the run the breakaway threat that you keep flirting with all season. And I really thought that you would have done it, but now you keep nearly doing it and then not doing it. And at some point you're just going to go. And I think if you win on Monday night, that will be it. But with Sheffield United losing, that just means that we're still very much in competition for that second automatic spot. A draw, fine. Just we all are as we are now. Yeah. If we win, oh my days. We talked about this on our podcast. Hilariously, I think too many people have suddenly got very drunk on Burnley beating Plymouth 5-0. But if we win 4-0, we take the title, which obviously, Scott Parker's sides are well famous for winning 4-0. But I'm really, really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a cracking atmosphere. It always is when Leeds come to town. Yeah. It's under the Turf Moor floodlights. It's on the TV. Two really competitive sides who really have got very clear objectives for the season. It's going to be a fantastic game.
Yeah, no, under the lights is always more of a special atmosphere as well. It's same at Elland Road. I absolutely love, under the lights. Looking at the promotion race before we go into the game, who are you thinking is going to compete for that second spot? Because you've said a few times whether we win tomorrow or not, you sort of think Leeds are potentially going to go up anyway. You mentioned it to me on your channel. Who do you think you're vying for with that? Do you reckon Sunderland are a threat, or do you think it's just Sheffield United?
It's Burnley, Sheffield United for the second spot. It's Leeds for the title, Burnley second, Burnley, Sheffield United for the second. Sunderland are having the most bizarre season I think I've ever seen in my life.
They're getting the money's worth though, aren't they? They're getting the money's worth.
But it's like they can't quite make their mind up whether they're going to join us or not. It's like, are you in? Are you out? Are you bothering? Are you not bothering? So I think the top four is sewn up. But my goodness, I was looking at this yesterday. The race, there's about 6 teams, 6 very good championship sides in the race for those final 2 playoff places. I think the top 4 have already started to see daylight. So the top 4 will be the top 4, and it'll either be Sheffield United or Burnley in the playoffs, and Leeds with the title. So
it's a scary thought. It's a scary thought, those playoffs, isn't it? Because even if you finish third and you've had a really good season, you've got a 20-point gap over 6. Someone sneaks in those playoffs in form. Yeah, as we know, someone sneaks in those playoffs in form. It means nothing all out you've done all season. So it's always a worry. So it's massive you get up in those top 2 when you've had a good season.
I mean, it's a fantastic way to go up if you go up, because you get a day out to Wembley, you get a title. We did it against Sheffield United the very first time we went up in 2009, and we'd never been in the Premier League before, and it was incredible. That was way back when the Premier League weren't quite as painful as experience as it is now. But I think there's part of me this season, and this is why I've still got some annoyance at how the beginning of our season started, and some hangovers with managerial changes and wholesale sales of the entire squad. the last 2 times that Burnley have been in a championship, we've won the title. It would have just been really nice to do the hat trick. I don't think anybody's done that before, to do a hat trick of titles back to back. That would have been nice. But I genuinely don't care. If we go up second, we go up second, then that's fine. Because it's been quite difficult to analyse Burnley this season, and I've become very aware of how self-entitled I think we've maybe got as fans, and I think we have to kind of just like put ourselves in check a little bit, because Scott Pokerball's not pretty. It just isn't. No. It's effective, but it's really, really dull. And we've been asked as fans to sacrifice entertainment for results, and that's fine for a season. I think that's easier to swallow if you're in the Premier League and 100%. You're trying to get to 17th to survive. Yeah. My view, when you're in the Championship and you're one of the stronger sides with the bigger budgets, you shouldn't have to sacrifice one or the other. You should be able to do both, but fine, whatever. But that to me only has a shelf life. I think this is a one-season pass. If we don't go up this season, then the football has to improve.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. Like you say, with players you've got some really attractive players as well in terms of the way they play football. Company brought a lot of decent players in there. You're not the Burnley of old, really.
No, they've all gone.
Have they?
They all went, yeah. So in the summer, when Vincent Kompany inexplicably got the Bayern job after having
unbelievably so,
after winning 4 games all season and being largely crap in the Premier League. But there you go. I'm not bitter. But this was the drama that we had at the beginning of the season. First 2 games we played away at Luton and won 4-0. The second game at home to Cardiff won 5-0. That Premier League squad was, even with Scott Parker at the helm, was just running riot. Everyone was like, this is going to be the greatest side ever. And then the Burnley board went, hold my beer, and we literally sold everybody. And within the last 48 hours of the transfer window, we'd lost 17 players, 17 of our Premier League squad. They all went. A couple have just gone on loan, but they'll be gone. And we had to panic buy players in 48 hours. Zian Fleming was the last one who came in, actually, at about 11 o'clock on the transfer window. So that very first game, the East Lancs derby at Turf Moor, the day after, the Saturday morning after the transfer window had shut on the Friday night, most of our squad were meeting each other for the first time that morning.
Oh, wow.
And we've got there's probably, out of Kompany's squad, there's Trafford, Jordan Bayer's still there. Who else is still there? Obviously, we've got Cullen and Brownell in midfield. Jay's still there. Lyle Foster's still there. We've still got Luca Collier-Shaw. Just trying to think who else. But there's not many.
You're clutching the straws there, though, right? You haven't got many at all.
Not many, no. So when you talk about the Vincent Kompany attacking flair, 45 million, 5-foot tricky wingers from Belgium, we don't have them anymore. Oh, wow. We have Jadon Anthony, we have Zian Fleming, we have Lyle Foster up front. We have a brand new back five. Well, actually, no, we've ended up with what's he called from Comrade Bridge? You know what? As I'm getting older, my ability to remember names worse. But yeah, Maximus Dev and CJ Egan Riley are two centre halves in front of James Foster. It's a brand new partnership this season. We've got Humphreys at left back, who's brand new as well. Connor Roberts, that's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. Roberts, right back. He's an experienced one, but most of the squad is completely changed.
I mean, we had Connor Roberts at Leeds last year, and obviously he couldn't get past Archie Gray at right back. And what we saw of him were good, but he couldn't get past a team playing who was actually a midfielder. So that was a bit of a bad one for us, really, although I didn't mind him. Jadon Anthony was same, didn't really get many minutes, to be fair to him. It wasn't really fair. I think he should have got more minutes last season. But when we saw you signing Jadon Anthony, we were sort of rubbing his hands together a little bit, thinking he ain't going to be too much of a cracking player for a promotion rival. But he's done okay, hasn't he, Jadon Anthony?
Yeah, he is actually. He's probably our second most improved player behind CJ Egan Riley. When he first started playing at the beginning, I was a bit like, not entirely sure what's going on here. He's been playing predominantly on the right. He had a bit of a spell, actually. He was just starting to find his feet on the right-hand side. And then Parker brought Luca Collier-Shaw back and put him on the right and put Jadon Anthony back on the left. And he was really ineffective. So I think the thing for me with Jadon Anthony is that I think his ball hold-up is fantastic. His running's great. He can take 10 men on. And then I swear to God, I could put in a better cross in the box than he was. His finishing, his end product is like, oh my days. Like, You're so excited because he runs around doing that, and he just hits it into the defender. He just can't. So he has improved massively. He really has. And at the moment, we've been kind of playing him on the right and Lyle Foster on the left. Weirdly, with Zian Fleming up front, and that's been proving pretty. And then a central midfield three with Cullen and Brownhill and Josh. Josh, what's it called? Three Joshes. I can't remember Josh's name. I'm not making this up. I swear to God, Josh Laurent. Thank you, Josh Laurent. Three midfield Joshes. I suspect we'll play. I don't think it's always great to play the three Joshes. I think that's peak Parker ball. It's very, very defensive. But with Leeds midfield and Leeds attacking line, I'll be absolutely amazed if that's not how we start. We start with
so you think you'll pack out that midfield and try and
in the midfield? We'll have Anthony on the right, Lyle Foster on the left, Zian Fleming up front, and then our rock solid defence. It'll be Esteve, who's he's so good. Please don't take him when you get promoted. Well, he'll go. And then CJ Egan-Riley is a hugely improved player. He got brought in mainly because at Burnley, we've got so many centre halves at our club who all seem to be injured. It's unnecessary. And when he first started playing, I was like, well, we might not even make playoffs here. But he's been really, really good. And for all of the trauma of last season, James Trafford's showing that if there ever was a player that needed a season in the Championship, James Trafford is the man. I
want to talk at him next, Natalie, because
let's bring it on.
Unbelievable. Those two penalty saves a few weeks ago in Sunderland, just unbelievable. We've got a keeper, as you've seen, who's made a couple of howlers this season, and we always say, the Leeds fans, it's cost us. Some say 5 points, some say as high as 10. I don't think it's that high, but it's definitely cost us. That gap we were speaking about, it's probably cost us that gap. We were winning at Sunderland, took 92nd minute, then that goes in. Hull, we win that. That's 4 points just off the bat. We'd have a 4-point cushion before we even look anywhere else. But you've got a man in James Trafford there who can win your points. I mean, he was man at match at Elland Road. I thought he was fantastic.
He was really good at Elland Road as well.
It was so good. He's just such a great young keeper with such a high ceiling. Yeah, no, they really were. I mean, obviously, any clean sheets he gets, it's not just him, it's the collective as well, which, we say with Melia quite a lot. He gets a lot of clean sheets, and I do like to big up the collective because, if they're stopping shots on target, then it's obviously down to them. But when you look at James Trafford, how important is it to your side? When you do get broken past, because I know you're really tight and, you don't give up many opportunities, but when they do get past, you've still got that confidence in your goalkeeper, that last line of defence. Yeah. You've got that. We haven't.
Yeah, his shot stopping is really, really good, and it always has been really, really good. Part of his biggest challenges last season were very much down to his distribution wasn't always that good. But I've got some sympathy here, and I think we all got on James Trafford's back last season. We all had to sort of check ourselves a little bit and just stop blaming it on him. You've got to bear in mind that James Trafford had a crazy summer where he was the keeper in League One. And we bought him in the summer after that incredible penalty save in the Euros for the England under-21s with Cole Palmer and that whole interaction. That's how he got famous in the first place. We brought him in. And his very next game after playing in League One was to face City in the Premier League at Turf Moor. And it was so obvious to everybody but Vincent Kompany that this was just way too big a jump. Like that was and the lad's what? Is he 19? And it was just like, what are you doing? And he left him on. And to me, Ari Muric, who was our keeper in the Championship winning side, absolutely should have retained his number one spot. It was an absolute travesty that he got pulled for Trafford. And then inexplicably, Kompany played him for 80% of the season before he dropped him for Muric. And then we started to keep some clean sheets. This season, he's done exactly what he needed. He needed a season in a league that is kind of too good for. And James Trafford is probably in that middle ground where he's way too good for the Championship, but inexperienced and needs a step up for the Premier League. In my mind, when he goes to Newcastle in the summer, which is what's gonna happen,
whether you go up or not, is that regardless?
Yes. Okay. I think he's going there regardless. I think that's a fantastic move for him because he won't get the number one spot, but he'll play in the reserve games, he'll play in the cup games, and he'll get some incredible exposure there at a good pace. And Eddie Howe, as much as I detest the man, he's a much better man manager than Vincent Kompany is, and I think he'll protect him a little bit more. That said, you know, it isn't just about James Trafford. There's been some times where James Trafford has played some absolute howlers. We played at home. Who did we play at home a couple of weeks ago? Well, it might have been that Sunderland game, actually. I think it was a Sunderland game where he just had a moment. I mean, Sunderland weren't really offering much at that point, so I don't know if he was just bored or not. A point I'll come on to again in a minute, actually. And he just went crazy, like lost possession, came out way too early, way too fast. And Maxim Esteve had to pull out a wonder block to get him out of trouble. So it kind of works both ways, really.
Yeah.
On that point, what I would say about James Trafford, the amount of games this season, and I'm absolutely sure your keeper must have gone through the same thing. The amount of times this season that James Trafford has had nothing to do for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
When you're at something like Sunderland in 93 and 95 minutes, you've got to make 2 penalty saves. To still be of the mindset, to still be in that game and still have peak performance and be playing like that is incredible. His mental game this season is probably his strongest point. So
that's brilliant. As a goalkeeper, that stands him in good stead, doesn't it, for a great future?
Yeah. I've just spotted Joe. Hello, Joe. Who's just giving you a shout. We worked together quite a lot in I can't remember who it was. 12th man maybe when we were in the Premier League. So hello, nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you too. Yeah, lovely. From a Leeds point of view, then, who is your biggest threat to us? Because obviously I see Josh Brownhill's a midfielder and 9 goals. That's some return for him this season. We've been linked with him a few. We've been linked with him a few times. Like Leeds fans loved Josh Brownhill. I'd love him at Leeds United. I don't know if it's been a credible link. It's just been a bit of a loose link. But how's he done this season? Is he the main man, or you know who?
No, it's a funny one really, because I think this Scott Parker's Burnley is probably similar to Sean Dyche's Burnley actually. We don't really have a standout star, and we haven't had for a long time. We always seem to cultivate a really strong team knit. So I'd say probably from attacking threat, I'd say we've already mentioned him. Jaden Anthony's doing really well. He's creating quite a lot of chances. Over the last few games, particularly with Lyle Foster out on the wing, Zion Fleming's looking pretty sharp right now. So he'll be a danger at the front, and Josh Brownhill in midfield. You know, when you're playing a midfield three of Cullen, the 3 Joshes, Cullen and Laurent are supposed to be that heavy duty, sit deep and protect the defence to enable Brownhill the freedom to go a little bit further forward and create some stuff. So we have probably got ourselves a little bit more attacking threat than we did. But I think generally speaking, our superpower at the moment is our defence. We don't create much, but we tend to convert what we do create. So we don't miss a lot of chances. We just don't create many of them, but we tend to be pretty ruthless when we do get them. But it's genuinely becoming a bit of an art form how like we are defending, because we're also not, it's not like Sean Dyche football. It's not like me, James Tarkowski, Nick, but like everybody with their heads on the ball. It's not. It's not 11 men. You know, it's not it's not that kind of football. It is still positive and proactive and attacking, but we just, it's crazy. Can't really explain it, to be honest, how good we are. So
have you started to enjoy that, like you say, having that? It's like a badge of honour. I've seen him in his press conference, Barker. Have you, as the season's gone on, I know it's been frustrating, and I suppose a lot of Burnley fans have been giving him a stick, but as the season's gone on and you can see it working, are you coming round to the thought process now of, I'm quite enjoying that clean sheet? It's the first thing I'm sort of looking at. You know, can we get out of the game with that still in single figures, which is mental? Like, honestly, I don't know how you've managed it in 27, 28 games. Is it something you've sort of got round to now? It is what it is. Let's enjoy it while we're at it, and it's effective. So does it really matter, Natalie?
Yeah, I think there's been an acceptance from everybody that Scott Parker isn't going to change. Like, this is his brand of football, and that's the way he is. Some of that's forced on him with the squad that he was left with. I don't know who we're going to bring in. We've been told we're bringing in some more attacking threat before the transfer window closes, which isn't that far off. So who knows? I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a badge of honour as to, it's something to be proud of. It's a stat that I'm enjoying. I think it's easier to enjoy that stat when you are pushing for automatic and you're sat in either second or third. If we were stuck in 6th or 7th, I think it would be a different kettle of fish. I think there's an acceptance more than anything, to be honest, that actually that's the way it's going to go. And what worries me is that we're scoring an average 1.19 goals a game. And sides that score 1.19 goals a game don't get promoted automatically. They just don't. And
but they don't normally have your defence, do they? They don't normally have that stat.
No, they don't. But like I look at some of the home games where we've drawn this season, like Portsmouth and Derby and QPR and Preston and Blackburn.
They should be bread and butter, shouldn't they?
We should. That's 8 points there that should have been done.
Yeah.
That's the case. We're going into this game in top spot. And the pressure's on you to beat us at Turf Moor to try and catch up to us. And Sheffield United are in third. You know what I mean? It's like, and I just think that those draws at home are going to be what ultimately costs us promotion if that happens. And that's irrespective of how good the defence is and irrespective of how effective Scott Parker's system can be. That's not good enough, I don't think.
You're leaving games open, aren't you? While ever you're only scoring the odd goal, that's a problem. 6 wins at home, 7 draws at home. It's mad. I can see why there's been a little bit of, unrest there at times this season. We've seen it at Elland Road, the style of play. I mean, at Elland Road we've been formidable, but still the style of play at times, even in games we've win, it's not great, but it's effective. And like I say, I said to you on your podcast, I think Leeds have probably got the best balance in terms of, the attack to the defence. I feel like Sunderland have a bit lopsided. They're really good attack, really, poor defence. Yeah. You and Sheffield United are similar, but your defence is obviously way better. I think we've got the best balance, and it's probably the reason we're sat atop of league. But before I let you go, Natalie, before I get your prediction, what sort of game are you expecting from yourselves? Are you expecting to sit back and let us have the ball, or are you expecting, you to control the game? And what sort of style do you think it'll be? At home, I expect home sides to normally dominate the ball, but I do think Leeds United are quite good at that as well, even away from home. So what do you think?
We're really nervous at home for some reason. I don't know if it's the pressure. I genuinely don't know. But we play really cagey at home. Not in the first half as much. We tend to dominate first halves and then just have absolutely shocking second halves. I think we will come out. I think we'll do what we always do: come out in the first half and be really positive and proactive. And if you are going to win, there'll be a shift where you start to just settle in, take a bit more control of the ball. We are quite good at absorbing pressure if we don't have the ball. That's a bit of a weird one. I would say that about Scott Parker's side. We're equally as comfortable dominating possession as we are not. Because if we're not got possession, we are still very, very organised, and we will soak up that pressure to be able to defend well. I think my worry will be is that if we go too nervous at the beginning and we retreat back into a very defensive setup, that will just allow you to completely run riot. But Burnley are on a high at the moment. We won the East Lancs derby. We've had that. I mean, listen, they were really bad with Plymouth, really, really bad. We were excellent. It wasn't just Plymouth were terrible. We were really excellent, and we scored 5 goals there. So it's in us. We've got the ability to score more than 1 goal and be proactive. I wonder whether that Sheffield United result yesterday is going to have had a profound. I wonder if that will just take the reins off, and Parker can just say to them, "Do you know what? Genuinely doesn't matter if we get beat, because as far as automatic promotion is concerned, we're in no worse position than we were. Don't be afraid. Give it a go. Go out there. Try and dictate the flow of play. Try and dictate pace. Play a more high press. Create some chances. And you know what? If we get beat, so what? We're still fighting for Sheffield United for second. So maybe that will work in our favour. I don't know.
No, I agree. It'd be nice if both managers have thought that we got a really entertaining game. I'll be very frustrated if I waited all weekend. Look forward to this game for weeks. It's a 0-0. I know the result won't be a bad result, 0-0, but I'll be so annoyed if it's
0-0.
Let's hope not. But yeah, as much as it'd be a fantastic point.
0-0,
which you can get. But
let's have a really good game. However it goes, like 4-4 would be great. That would be awesome, right?
You concede like 50% of your goals in one game. That's not going to happen. Like,
it would be like, what on earth's happened here? They only scored 9 all season. We'd concede. Sorry, one in one game.
I tipped 2-0 Leeds on your podcast. What are you saying on this stream? What are you going for? And I expect you to say a Burnley win. I do.
Oh yeah, no, I always
got to be.
I said this on mine before. I'm that fan that predicts Burnley that will win away at the Etihad.
Real Madrid.
I'll be playing Barca, but Burnley 3-0, whatever. No, listen, you've got to back your boys, right? Always. I genuinely think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say, and I will explain myself. I'm going to say Burnley 3-1. I think it's going to be a tight game, and I think that there will be 2-1 ahead quite late on. And as you're pushing to get the equaliser, we might just nickel it. I feel like it's going to be a late goal. So yeah, 3-1 to Burnley. That would be awesome, right? Or, no, hang on. Can I change my mind?
Do what you want. Go for it.
Burnley win 4-0 and go top of the league.
No, you can't change your mind. 3-1. That's all you're having, Natalie. You can't have it all, love. You can't have it all. Yeah, I'll be gobsmacked if that happened, but you never know. You never know. It's football and anything can happen.
That would be hilarious. I would literally, I would just be like, I think I'll probably quit. I'll just be like, I don't understand football anymore.
We've peaked.
I can't analyse this anymore. We're done. It's nice knowing you all. Enjoy.
No, that's lovely. And yeah, we'll leave it there for you, Natalie. Thank you very much for coming. Great, the chat's been really positive as well. It's been really nice. Everyone's looking forward to this game. And we'll stay in touch and take care and hope everything goes well with your channel.
Thank you. You too. And take care, everybody who's coming over to Turf. Have a safe travels, safe game. Enjoy. And enjoy your promotion party. That's what I'm going to say. Don't be scared, fans. It's going to happen. You've got control of this. So, you just need that breakaway and it'll be plain sailing. So,
good luck for the rest of the season after tomorrow.
You too, guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. And that was Natalie from No Nay Never Fan channel. Thank you so much for coming over. It was brilliant. Hope you all enjoyed having another fan's perspective. I do like to do this from time to time. I had Sheffield Wednesday lad on Jake as well, which were brilliant. I think it's really good to get the opposition view on things. Plus, I'm lazy and I don't like doing much research, so it's just better for me all around, really. Let me just change this. There we go. So, yeah, keep getting your chat, and you know me, I like to waffle on for England. So I'd just like to say, because Joe Blackburn's in here, I don't think I've seen him while I've had this background on a live, and if I have, I'm sorry I've not said thank you. But this background I have on the screen now, Joe Blackburn did for me. Thank you so much. Took it upon himself to give me a little bit of help. It was a bit pixely on my old, and I love the design of it. Much appreciated, Joe. I know it's been a few weeks now since you did it, but I don't think I've seen you on a live. So thank you so much for doing that, mate. And any more tips or stuff you want to bring my way, keep going. But yeah, back into the comments now. So get your comments in, and I'll just jump onto the comments. Leeds keep the tempo up, and we'll bypass Burnley. I hope so, Top Banana. I really do. I think it's a game where if Leeds play to the potential, they can definitely come away with 3 points. It's just I've got a niggling feeling that Farker's going to be quite reserved in this game, but I still tip 2-0 Leeds. I'll be worried if I see Gruev in for Rothwell. I think Byron's going to start for Firpo, which is negative as well, but I just think the continuity of him and Solomon's okay. I think Firpo's building his fitness back up, and I feel like he's going to want a Firpo and a Bogle in this game. I think he's going to be quite reserved on one edge and let the other one go. So I've got a feeling Byron plays. It's been a few days now since last game, so I think he'll be fit enough. But I think Gruev, I'm sort of thinking Gruev might come in for this. I feel like it's just a game where he'll want a Gruev or an Ampadu in middle. Dennis is 2-1. Burnley for me, yeah. It could be a tight one. It really could be. 5-1 Leeds, Top Banana. I would love that, mate. Imagine the scenes. You just never know. I mean, we're due to blow someone away for me. We haven't really done it this season, even though we've had quite a lot of 3-0s, and I think we had a 4-0 as well in there. I do feel like we are due battering someone. I mean, the Sheffield United game at home, we absolutely battered them. It wasn't a massive scoreline, but that was a bit of a shock when we played Sheffield United at home. I know at Elland Road, but I didn't expect us to be so dominant in that game. I was nervous for that one. The Middlesbrough won 3-1 also at Elland Road, but the games I've been really nervous for this season, we've sort of come through really well. It's been the ones I don't give a shit about, your Millwalls and your Prestons and your Blackburns. It's been them games that normally trip us up, so I'm quite confident with this one. Tight game, 3-1, you're having a laugh. Yeah, tight game, 3-1. Yeah, but I think it'll be a tight game at 2-0. What's Natalie's channel called? CB. It's called No Nay Never. It's in the description. I've put the link in the description. No Nay Never fan channel. I think they're part of the TalkSport group. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure I've seen that somewhere. Love Joe B's stats. Yeah. No, there you go. It's already in there. No Nay Never. No Nay Never Burnley fan channel, I think it's called. There you go, Danny's put it in. You know me, I'm always behind on chat. I'm only a couple of minutes, so it's all right. Richard Wood thought, well, we have got Matty for 2 hours now. Yeah, that's it. I'll take you into your Monday morning. Rise and shine. Yeah, all of these bros. That was brilliant, Matty. Natalie was very informed. Yeah, cheers, Darren. Yeah, she is, mate. I do like to get opposition fans on. I couldn't get a Norwich one on. There weren't many kicking about, but I do like to have a little look at people around sort of, my numbers. I watch a bit of the content and see if I think it'll be a gel. And it's just nice just to get them on for 20 minutes, half an hour. And then, yeah, me just waffle on like I normally do. Well done, Joy B. You're a great lad. Danny says, Matty, I like your old background. It was good. Oh, thanks, mate. It was good. I just think he's took it up a level. Joe Blackman says, not a problem, man. Although I see that 2-person one didn't get used today. No, because it was the review. I think it says review at the top of that one. The other one says review. Yeah. But no, this is fine as well. I absolutely love it. I managed it all right, even with sponsor there, mate. Great work, Joe. He's always good at that, mate. Grew Evan Fairport start tomorrow. Maybe it's going to be really interesting to see what he does with lineup. He could do that. I just think he's sort of built everyone else's minutes up. When they've come into the side from injury or suspension, he's built them back up. And I feel like Fairport coming on for like 20, 25 minutes, whatever it was, the other day. I'm not sure if that's enough. I know he came on and he looked really good. And to be fair, he probably changed game in that game. He really did. Maybe I'm seeing it through Byram tinted glasses because I'm a massive Byram fan, and I don't think he deserves to lose his spot. But third game in 8 days, Fairport come on and made an impact. I could see it 100%. I just feel like, are you overdoing it, bombing forward with two really attacking fullbacks there? Because you know what Bogle's going to do. Yeah, he'll come in. Best thing about Bogle, if they're going to play 3 in midfield, like Darren said on the Leeds Bros when I went on their channel earlier, he'll tuck in and make a 3 midfield when he needs to when we're out of possession. So that'll be really interesting to see if we can sort of match him up there. It does worry me when we play against a 3 in midfield, because we saw against Southampton last year. We really struggled against 3 in midfield, and Brownhill's a big worry for me. I know she touched on it there, did Natalie. Great play, 9 goals. I mean, what we'd give for 9 goals from a midfielder. Are we not 7 goals ahead of Burnley, or am I missing something? 7 goals, yeah, we are, mate. They've scored 30. I think more than that. They've scored 36. We've got 59, I think. A lot more goals than them, but their defense is it's rock solid. It's really interesting to see. I hope the lads go with the mentality of it's a bit of a test. This I want to prove, we want to prove ourselves against the best defense. Imagine Leeds get out there with a win 1-0. Yeah, you take it, obviously, but imagine if we can get out there with a really solid performance. 2 or 3-0. I really think the solid in defence they are, but we saw, Elland Road. I know it's a bit of a different. They're in the swing more now. The players have had time to gel it with early in season, but I do feel like we got in behind quite a few times and we just weren't clinical. The difference now is I feel like we're getting that clinical edge now. I feel like we're not missing chances. I don't think any surprises. Farkas sticks to the script. Yeah, Andy, I think so too. I don't see many changes at all. I mean, Dillo from Leeds Bros, he's thinking Joseph might start. I'd be absolutely gobsmacked if we don't see Pedro start. I mean, in a game of possible few chances, I've seen some takes saying we'll score by quite a few, which I won't rule it out. If we're on form and we get an early goal, who knows? But in a tight game, you're not going to play Joseph for me, who doesn't bury his chances. Pedro does. So I think Pedro starts. I've been and left her a sub my fan. Sound CB, that's nice of you, mate. Thank you. So it's nice sometimes to catch other content creators' content, even though they're not Leeds. We've got a bit of a added interest as well, haven't we, with some of these sides? Like I'm a really big fan of Wayne from Only Fools and SAFC, big Sunderland fan channel. He'll be on here in a couple of weeks for a preview, and I really like watching his stuff. It's really interesting for me as a content creator as well now, and see their stuff and see how they go. And just the fact that I'm a fan of a side that's battling promotion for them, it's really good sometimes just to drop in. And sometimes it's nice to get away from Leeds stuff because it's a bit mental at times. Paulie Face score 4, it's +4 for them, -4 for us, yeah. Hey, well, the day up, Tom, hope you well, mate. Joe Blackman says, Matty, go as long as you like. I'm working for the next hour, so a bit of background would be lovely. Cheers, mate. Mate, I'm just led by chat. While chat's chatting, I'll just keep chatting. I'll say it all the time. I don't know how these views and these numbers even are here because literally I just waffle to chat. If you all turned off now, I'd just have to call it a night. That's why I got Natalie on for all legwork when it comes to Burnley stuff. But now I'm really looking forward to this game. It should be brilliant. And like she was right as well about games under lights. I don't know what you think in chat. Anyone that goes to Elland Road on a regular basis, the night games. I know it's difficult with work and stuff and try to get back from work, but so special on the nights. I weren't lucky enough to go to Elland Road when it was Champions League nights. it's the closest thing we get to him at the minute. But yeah, I can imagine Turf Moor will be bouncing tomorrow. Regardless of the style of play. Leeds are coming to town. It's going to be a really, really hostile atmosphere for Leeds. And he said that in his press conference. Did Parker? He wants it to be very hostile. Under lights, it's a special place to play. They were saying, and it sometimes feels there that your fans are on top of you on the pitch. So it's going to be really feisty. I think it's going to be quite a tasty game. I really do. I think it's going to be a really tasty game. I feel like the players who played in that Burnley game at Elland Road are going to want revenge, and I know a lot of people don't talk on revenge, you don't touch on it in professional sport, but it's always there. It's always there. I think we've seen Solomon. I've seen something by Solomon this week as well, or the weekend as well, about he still kicks himself for that slip. There was still a hell of a long way for that player to travel with ball and bury it past Melier, but Solomon will have definitely held himself responsible for dropping those points at Elland Road. So I'm expecting Solomon to have a really good game if he starts. It'll be interesting to see how we play. Good news, don't need to buy striker Bamford back next week. Woohoo! Smash the like and subscribe. Yeah, please like the video. If you're here now, there's 53 people watching, which I appreciate. That's really good numbers for me. Thank you. Just stick a like on video, please. Whatever it does to algorithm, it ain't going to do if you don't click it. Thank you. And subscribe if you're new here or you haven't subscribed already. Thank you. Matty goes into Alan Partridge's zone, early mornings radio, Norwich. I do. But you're here. You obviously like hearing it. I'd like Byram up against Anthony, but I think fair post says, yeah, he could do. But yeah, I think Byram against Anthony, I think Byram nullifies Anthony, to be fair. I think you play fair, but Anthony's going to have a chance. But I think you put Byram up against Anthony, I think it's game over. I think you nullify Anthony's threats, because I think Byram's that good. Against a player like Anthony, who's decent on his day, we've seen him at Elland Road, he scored a couple of good goals. On his day, he's good. And let's be fair, Anthony, I would assume, is going to see if we're going to have a really bad one or a really good one, but he's going to try that a little bit harder because he's playing Leeds. I'm probably sure Farker, why didn't you give me enough minutes? But also his friends, and, be friendly with a lot of players there. But I think if Byram starts, he nullifies whatever winger he's up against in this game for me. Yeah, it's Tom Walton. I fancy Firpo and Solomon up against Robertson and Anthony. Yeah, well, honestly, I fancy Byram and Solomon. I think Solomon can do it all on his own anyway. Is that good? But yeah, I do, mate. I do. But yeah, I just think he'll go Byram. But yeah, if Firpo starts, I'll be excited because it's going to show the shackles have come off a little bit, and he isn't going to sit. If I see Gruev playing, I see Byram going. He could have a negative tactic there to just not lose, which I don't want to see. We saw it at West Brom earlier this season. It's not something Leeds do. I don't want to see a not lose performance. Byram injuries, Joseph only changed for his pressing. I just don't see it. I really don't. I think Joseph only starts if Aronson doesn't start, but I expect Aronson to start. So I just don't see him playing Joseph. He's just not clinical enough, and in the game, a few chances, Adam, I just top banana, sorry, I just don't see it. Adam says Bogle, Road, and Ampadu, Byram, Grove, Tanaka, James, Aronson, Solomon, Pirro. Yeah, that's the side I'm expecting. I'm expecting that side. I'm expecting Byram to stay in, but I'm expecting Grove to come in. So I'm expecting it'll look negative on paper, it will. I think Gruev's now built his minutes up these last few weeks, and he's ready. Last few games, should I say? And he's ready. He's probably ready for a start in a game like this. We saw with Ampadu, he came straight back in, didn't he? And we know Farker likes him. This is a game for me where he probably looks at. Ideally, he'd want Ampadu in there, and Gruev would be on bench. But obviously, with Stroud being out, it's going to have to be at centre half. So for me, I do think Gruev comes in. I do think, Adam, that's the side he will play. Obviously, they're the only two positions I think are probably up for grabs, really, is that left back spot and that centre mid. Gruev and Byram or Firpo or Rothwell. Do I see a change at wings? I don't. I think Ramazan is going to have to bide his time a little bit more. But we could be wrong. Who knows? Who knows what Farker's thinking? But I think that's the most likely team for me, mate. I think we go all guns blazing. Tom, I hope we do. I'd rather go all guns blazing. If we lose it, we lose it. But at least we stuck to his principles and go defensive and try and nick it. Because that ain't us. Because they'll nick it. If we do that, they'll nick it. Fix the preview background. Thanks, Joe. When I said it, I thought, giving him more work here. He's definitely going to do that now. But yeah, thank you, mate. That's really kind of you. Thank you. I'm keeping sponsor as well for at least another month. So I ain't got to say, will you set sponsors off me, please? Danny talks about, we get an early goal, we will do what we always do, sit back and chill. Yeah, but we're comfortable doing that. And away from home, I don't mind as much because I sat there freezing my tits, I think cold. It's like, go for it, attack. I don't mind. If we get an early goal, you've got to remember, some of these sides are good sides, and Burnley are. Burnley will have spells. You know, we've seen Sheffield Wednesday have spells, so Burnley definitely will have spells, especially if we score. You've got to be prepared for that. But it's also, you know, it's a tactic, you know, reserving energy. You know, we're really comfortable out of possession as a side. We are, you know, we can be caught on counter sometimes, but when we let them have the ball and play in front of us, we're really, really solid. We're really, really good at sticking to his positions, sticking to his roles. And I really enjoy that side, to be fair to Leeds. You know, I don't mind it too much. Away from home, at home, it can be a massive bugbear because we can do it with 2 or 3 up on it. You just think go get 4th and a 5th because we're capable of that. Away from home in a game like this, am I bothered if we give them spells? No. Because like Natalie said, they're very capable as well out of possession. It's not the end of the world not having the ball because we're really, really good in the roles and really regimented. So it doesn't bother me too much, that, mate. But I do think we scored early. Honestly, I think we get the first goal. And like everyone keeps saying, the first goal's massive. The first goal probably wins you this game. But I don't think it'll be the only goal. We won't get many better chances, an angry little boy if we don't win it. Yeah, it's just that thing in it. You know, when other people are dropping points around us, we've just got to go and capitalise on this time because we've had too many opportunities this season to start that gap. And I feel like we're just getting into his groove now. I know we had a couple of dodgy results turn it here, but I feel like we're getting it's just turning right for us now. And this is a massive marker. People keep talking about it's a tough run coming up. But Burnley away is one of the toughest. You go there and you win. You know, you can beat anyone. Sunderland, yeah, we've got to play them, but they're coming to us. Sheffield United away, if you can go beat Burnley, you can go beat Sheffield United away. You know, Hull beating 3-0. So a lot of people are worried about these games. You know, in the next 6, you've got Burnley, Sheffield United, and we've got Sunderland as well as a couple, you know, Coventry and Millwall and Cup. You look at it though and you just think, they're playing us though. You know, they're playing us. They're playing Leeds United. So we can be bothered that much, you know. I'd rather be playing Sheffield United with our side and Burnley and Sunderland than be any of those sides playing us. You know, I really would. Like, people forget that everyone else has still got to play as well. You know, Plymouth got beat 5-0 at home, and then they go to Sunderland and do that last minute equaliser. Hull, not great. Just took a point off us and took a point off took 3 off Sheffield United. Mental, this league. It's absolutely mental. Kevin Foster, great, good show, Matty. Cheers, Dad. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching. My dad's not a massive football fan at all. Like, from Newcastle as well. Lived in Leeds for, I don't know, probably 40 years or whatever now, God knows. But not a football fan at all. But I love that he's dropping in my channel and actually paying attention and watching it. I need to take him to a game. He's never been to a game before. He's even starting to know players' names now. And it took a while, hasn't it, Dad? But you get in there. So I need to get him more involved, take him to a game because he's enjoying my shows. He's enjoying chat as well. And it's really nice for you to be here, even though it doesn't massively excite your football. But I know you're feeling my passion and enjoying watching me waffle on here. So about time we got you to a game, I think. Top banana, win the ball back high up, and then we get the chances with their back line. That's it. Yeah, which I know with press, Joseph will really do that, but I think this is why I think Aronson starts. You know, for the times we need a press, Aronson's going to start that press. It's going to be him, James, and Solomon for me. And it's really busy, really quick. I just hope he don't overthink it. I hope he don't overthink this, Farker. Just play it. For me, I wouldn't be bothered. Just go with the same side. Same side you've just had. You've just won 2 games back to back and not conceded. So. Yeah, I have been to Elland Road a good bit, but never at Elland Road under the lights. Oh, Sean, it's magical, mate. It's absolutely magical. Doesn't even matter who you're playing. I love it. I love it under lights. It's mint. It's mint. You have to do it one day, mate, and then I can meet you for a pint as well. Stephen says the game will go the same way all this season. Leaves with possession, attacking Burnley, trying to on the. Yeah, if you're Burnley, Stephen, that's the way you're wanting the game to play out, aren't you? You're not bothered if Leeds start with the ball and you know. A holding possession, you're not bothered because you know the blueprint's there. I say it all the time, you know, say it all the time. It's a blueprint to beat Leeds, you know. Sit back, wait for your opportunities. You know, you might get 1 or 2. The problem is you've just got to take it because you're not, you know, if you adopt that style, you're giving us all the ball. You're not going to get many chances, granted, if you've only got 30-35% of the ball. But if you can be clinical, like Burnley were at Elland Road, you can come out with all 3 points, very least a point. You know, you got to make it difficult for us and let us try and break it down. And if that's how they play, and it's up to us now. I do feel like we're more set this period of time than we were earlier in the season. I do feel like we've improved. Like I say, it's clinical edge. I think it's coming back now. So yeah, Andy says, Matty, we were aware last season we had a rogue Leeds content creator called Owen. It turned out he had connection with Sunderland Glasgow Rangers. No clue, Andy. No clue, mate. Don't know who that is, buddy. No, not at all. And I watch loads of YouTube, mate. I've never ever seen him. Nige says the Champions League semi-final was epic. Elland Road under the lights. What an atmosphere that night was. Oh, Nige, I'm jealous. I want to steal your memories of that. Put them in my head and remember them while I'm trying to sleep tonight. Nige, it was. So was the Youth Cup final when we the red shits. Darren says, start with Solomon and bring Ramazani on against that Teddy. Yeah, I mean, Ramazani's pushing a start, Darren. He is. Is he going to come in Solomon's position? I'm not sure. They're going to have to find him somewhere suitable to fit. Maybe it's a 10 going forward. I'm not too sure. I've touched on it before. Aronson's probably feeling a little bit of pressure now, especially for bringing 10 in. But for this game, I just think stick with what you know. Solomon apparently wasn't fully fit for the last game. Whether I believe it or not is another question. But a goal and assist. Dan James goal and assist. You don't change your wingers when they're doing that, Ramazan is just trying to buy his time. Ramazan is one of my favourite players. I want to see him play 90 minutes. I do. I want him on pitch longer. He's affecting games. He's so strong, so dynamic, so direct. He can shoot. He has a shot, which we've seen for many a season now. Players on edge of box don't. He's one of them that does. I think he should start, but he ain't gonna. He can't play over Solomon. So for me, you just keep him on bench for this one. You let him come back on. You try and impact that game, with 20, 25 minutes to go, whether we're winning, losing or drawing. And at some point, I think in the next couple of games, he's going to get a start, but just not for Solomon. What a Valencia team that was in the semi-adam, it was phenomenal. That team, mate, really was class. Paul says, I hate to spoil it for you all, but Leeds are going to score 5 goals tomorrow and Burnley will only get 1 watch this space. Paul, if Leeds win 5-1, mate, tomorrow, I'll be coming for you for those lottery numbers, Paul. I will be asking you for your lottery numbers, my mate. Arthur says, Sean, they put lights on in November, December time when it gets dark, 3:30. I would be pleased to see Parker hit the mush by the ball. Yeah. She was saying on their podcast, when I went on their podcast tonight as well, No Name Never podcast, and she was saying she really likes Parker. Yeah, Parker. Not Parker. She really likes Parker. She likes everything he stands for. She likes him as a man. Just his football can be quite boring at times, but obviously they've got their head around that now, and it is what it is. And it's probably going to see him promoted or go very close. Let's be fair, in a playoff, if they don't go up in top 2 Burnley, and they're in a playoff race, the way they play football probably sees them come up for me. The fact that they don't concede many goals probably means they'll be dead set to come up through playoffs, I think. But yeah, she really likes him. What has Pirro done in the last few starts to keep his place? Pierre, mate. I'm not saying he's been great. He hasn't. But in all fairness, he hasn't missed any chances, mate. I'll put it that way. He's dropped deep. He's linking up plays. He's keeping busy. But some games passes him by. They do. But what I'll also say is, at what point has Joseph grabbed his shirt at any point this season? But yeah, I don't think he has. And I'm a massive Joseph fan. I've got his shirt on the wall here signed. We're only a few months ago, maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, I was calling Joseph has to start and Pirro has to come on because that is a blueprint that works for Leeds United. That works no matter what anybody says. Pirro, more often than not, comes on and scores as a sub. He's a more impactful sub than what Joseph is. That's a fact. Look at the stats this season. But in a game where it's so tight, Pierre, if there's a chance fall to Joseph and 1 chance fall to Pirro, I'm backing Pirro to put it away, regardless of how he's played. So I would say he hasn't done much in the last couple of games, no, but we've won 3-0 and 2-0. Hasn't really mattered. Joseph hasn't grabbed that shirt for me at any point this season. He grabbed it in pre-season, and we haven't seen that player since. He's busy. He runs the channels. He gives you loads of energy, and I really rate Joseph. I prefer Joseph to Pirro, probably in terms of just my preference. I really like him, but for me, he's just not starting at the minute. He's really not. In my opinion, mate, but you might think different, that's fine. Tom, what about the last game when through Solomon and Aronson was injured and they both started Farker playing mind games? Yeah, well, that's what it was, mate. There's no way they were injured because to call someone 50-50 day before the game and then in play, it's bollocks. Barcelona 7, Viva Valencia 1 shit team. Nah, they're awful now, Valencia, mate. They are. Like the Spanish Leeds falling off a cliff. And they're going to take some building up. At the Ramazani to get our second off the bench, Richard. Not a bad shout, mate. He's impacting games off at bench now. It's more than what we can say for Nonto. Nonto needs to do something. Nonto needs to take a leaf out of Ramazani's book. Adam, we were class, rode our way to the semi on momentum, but Valencia too strong. Mendieta, Barrage, and Ayala. Mendieta, what a player he was. Richie, we ain't scoring 2 tomorrow. Maybe, who knows? Why can't we score 2 tomorrow, though, Danny? Why can't we? Look at his team. Of course we can score 2 with Burnley. Of course Leeds can score 2 goals in a game. Of course we can. Joe Blackburn, we underrate other sides way too quickly as a fan base. We're in this league for a reason. We're not special. There are teams we are scared of, and that's 100%, Joe. I fully agree with that. Like I say, you look around us. How many times this season have we said we're best side, we've got best players, but look around us, look how tight it is. Look how tight it is. You know, we're special in terms of, to us personally, you know, it's Leeds United, we love it. Great history, great tradition. It means no, those 11 men on a football on a patch of green grass kicking a football around pitch, and is this team as good as what some people think? I don't know. I think it's a brilliant side at this level, but we're still tight. We're still neck and neck with all these other sides, and it does hurt me how, you know, people are. I think when you look at it, these next 6 games, they're worried about playing us just as much as we're worried about playing them. These big games, they're going to be tight. Are we mentally strong enough to win these games if they're tight? This is where I want to see an improvement from last season. I really do. You know, the games against Ipswich, great. Leicester, great. Start going further down the table. Away games to QPRs and stuff like that. We've seen that this season. Worries me a little bit. Now we're going to get to crunch. Every game at the minute feels like a cup final. Have we got that mental steel to come through tight games? You know, your Ipswich game, it was like a basketball game, backwards and forwards. The Leicester games really were tight, and we came through them. But then back end of the season, it let us down, I think, mentality. I want to see it build now. I want to see that, you know, that mental edge. I want to see that strength we've got in these games. This is a massive one tomorrow night, like huge. Can't underestimate how big this game is for me. We've been done a massive favour, both sides have, by everyone dropping points around us, but it's a massive, massive game. This is a huge test for Leeds, and you know, a tight game under the lights at Burnley. A lot of people tipping Burnley. Well, this is probably, since I've been a Leeds YouTube content creator, this is probably the most times I've seen Leeds fans actually tip us to lose. Probably the most. I can't think of another game. Middlesbrough were close. A lot of people say it'd be a difficult game. This is probably the worst I've seen for actual our own fans tipping us to lose. Don't go well, Jesse, Joey, Miss Kedlow, yeah. Lord, you God, I hope you're all right, mate. Joe B, hush, you'll trigger the fan base. Danny Talk Sport, centre back, CB, sorry. I'm going 2-1 Burnley. They score first. Ashley Barnes and Bogle. I mean, Barnes is injured, isn't he? And he gets the winner. Adam says we shouldn't fear anyone, Joe, but respect all. Yeah, no, that's right. I get what you're saying, though. I don't think we fear anybody, but I think as a fan base, we do dismiss other sides and just think, you know, we're Leeds United, we should be beating this, and this. And, you know, I've done that a lot of seasons, said we should be top of league, and we are. But teams like Burnley, your teams, we should be beating them. We should, but also the very good players, very good team at this level. At this level, it's, look at the league, it's very, very tight. We're not massively better than all these sides around us, like a lot of us think. And I have my days, honestly, where I'm thinking, we will hammer these, we'll do this and we'll do that. It just isn't happening. It's so tight. We win this game, maybe we'll start to pull away and create that gap that a lot of people have said we'll have. I thought we'd win league by 10 points. Do I think it'll be that much now? I'm not too sure. But yeah, not fear, but definitely respect. And there's definitely better teams in this division than what we probably give it credit for. I think the top 4, as it's seen, have sort of broke away, and I don't expect anyone to close that gap from 5th downwards, if I'm honest. Playoffs, whoever ends up in playoffs has got a tough ask, because usually someone breaks into that 5th or 6th spot with a decent bit of form towards the end of the season. You don't want to be in there after being a top side all year and missing out on 3rd or 4th. So that's the worry, because we've seen it for Leeds, it happens. But I firmly believe we are the best side in the league, but you've definitely got to respect these sides, and this is a game who Leeds will definitely respect. Parker, don't rate him as a manager really, but at this level is effective, so it's what it is. Johnny, they've been serious, Joy B. I don't fear anyone in this league. Yeah, it is, mate, but not fear, respect. You've got to respect some of these sides. Or tickle those likes from Matty. Thank you, Top Banana. Yeah, please stick a like on video. Please subscribe if you're new here. That'd be great. Thank you. Does your dad know the offside rule? I don't know. I don't know if it's still in chat. Probably not, mate. Probably not. I'll have to do it with ketchup bottle and do that down the table. But no, I'm not too sure. He just don't watch football. It's never interested him. And for a Geordie, it's quite unusual. I know, just with living in Ireland and working, it's hard for me to go to a late. Oh, of course, mate. Of course, it's something you have to do at some point in your lifetime, though, mate. Get over and go to a nighttime game. It's absolutely class. Feels odd not playing the weekend. It does, mate. It really does. That's what I mean. They better not let us down tomorrow. It better be a good game. Top of the table clash on a Monday night. Talk about not reading the room. Make sense. I hope to God it's a good game. It's awful waiting all weekend. Watford v Leeds Tuesday evening. Can't even go there. Yeah. Andy says, we were getting down to the nitty gritty. No reason why Leeds can't do something to go for them. I'm anticipating a decent cup run. Momentum is confident. Yeah, I just think I genuinely feel like we're on a bit of a momentum run now. I don't see, honestly, it might sound crazy. I don't see where next loss comes out of this. I keep hearing these next 6 games are difficult with Sunderland, the Sheffield United, and obviously Burnley. Yeah, because they're all rounders. I get it. We're playing, 3 of the top 4. We can't play ourselves, can we? But honestly, I don't see us losing. I don't see where the next loss comes from. And I know we're playing Burnley away tomorrow night. Sound crazy. Don't see us losing it. Might draw it. Don't see us losing it. I'm going there after I have 20 minutes from to Watford. You are right. You're going all hospitality, aren't you, at Watford? Parker been shopping today, bought a new cardigan. Yeah, likes his cardigans, doesn't he? Arthur says I'm 35 minutes from there, but finish work at 6 to get home. Piddo is ticking over in a winning side. Remove the cog. You're on the scrap heap sooner than later. Yeah, I don't think he's doing much wrong, to be fair. Some games, just he can't get it in some games. It is what it is. He's still working hard, but when ball drops to him, he's effective. So Solomon said in his interview after the last game he wasn't injured and his injury is behind him good. Have Valencia recovered from Gary Neville? Probably not, mate. Probably not. Yeah, he is, Adam. He is a cut above. It's mad though, because I think Ramazan is the same. I think Ramazan is a cut above rest as well. I really do. And it's two in one position and go. So what happens? Richard says, most important match this season so far. We need to go out there and do our thing and just win, even though it's not Leeds' thing to do when we can get a gap going. Yeah, we'd probably win this game if we were third. But yeah, the fact that we've got a chance to create a gap is a bit of a worry because it's something we don't normally do. But yeah, 100%, we've got the tools to win this game. Burnley have a great record at home. I think they've conceded 3 or 4 at home all season. It's ridiculous. But 7 sides have gone there and got a draw. They haven't lost there. They haven't. 6 wins, 7 draws in 13. So it's a fortress to a degree, but they've drawn over half of their home games, which is frustrating for their fans. So Leeds can definitely go there and do bits. And I'd love us to go there and spank them up, a couple of 2-3 goals, because I feel like we're the only side probably capable of doing that now in this league. No one else has done it. We definitely can do it. Just play our game, start fast, and we can do it. I'm actually happy with Ampadu and Roden at centre back tomorrow night. I think it's a pair they will help the guy behind them out. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? We know it does. They had a bit of a shaky one, Hull, but a lot of reasons for that. Once you see him, like last season, they just need games to build back into that partnership. It's a really strong partnership. Are we like a centre-half? We are, but we know with game time, we saw it last season, they are really good. And there's even been, certain times I've said Ampadu's best position might be centre-half, and I don't know how crazy that actually is, to be fair. He's really good. He ain't great in air. No, he ain't the tallest, but he's a really, really capable standing centre-half for sure. He's really, really capable of that position, especially at Leeds United, because we don't always have many chances. We're not always bombarded with balls into the box. Depending on what sort of game it is, we can really nullify that other side. But I'm really conscious of Meslier tomorrow. I haven't been for the last 2 games, and we've done exactly what I expected. Last 2 games, kept it tight, kept it quiet back. He's had nothing to do really for 2 games, a couple of saves, nothing major. I don't think he gets through 90 minutes without having something to do in this one. I really don't. I think he's going to have a few. I really do. And I said in all the Leeds Pros chat that corners worry me, and a couple of people jumped out and says, they've only scored 1 of Burnley all season, which is fair. They're not the Burnley of old where it's just lump it into box. But they haven't played Leeds every game. We aren't good. It's not the fact that they're brilliant at corners. I just think under lights, hostile atmosphere, corners will be a massive threat, whether they're good at them or not, because we've got Meslier in goal, and that's a worry for me. Richard says, if we have a lead with 20 minutes to go, I would bring on Gilavogi. Yeah, maybe. That's what he's there for. He's there. We don't lose when he plays, do we? When he comes on. That's what he's there for. You're winning. Last 20 minutes, you're bringing him on to see game out.
Richard says, Pirro is our top scorer. He's our best finisher in a tight game where good chances will be a premium. You really need your best finish on the pitch. 100% Richard, summed it up perfectly, mate. 39 likes and they're 48 in here. Come on. Yeah, that's a good ratio, that. That's a brilliant ratio. But yeah, thank you. Stick a like on if you don't mind. Thank you. And you haven't done it. Cheers. I will someday. Yeah, Sean. Make sure you do, mate. Been a long weekend waiting for Leeds. It has, Adam. It really has. We had a great show Friday night. We peaked, didn't we? And then it went a bit shit Saturday, Sunday. I love when Matty is this confident like he was when he played against Millwall. Wait for the meltdown against
Danny, there's no meltdown coming, mate. There's no meltdown coming. I can see a draw and I can see us winning. I can't see a loss. So yeah, I'm probably going to smash the laptop if we lose. But
Matty, what's your favourite Disney movie?
I don't know if this is just you're sick of hearing about Leeds now, or I'm just doing a pony stream and you're like, Matty, let's change it up a bit. But
favourite Disney movie? I don't really like Disney movies, mate. I like animated movies like Shrek and Toy Story, but they are Disney, are they? Disney. Probably Frozen. Outside that, probably Frozen. Disney. Yeah, I used to sing songs with my daughter.
I prefer, is it Pixar? I prefer all that sort of stuff. I like animated movies, though. Let's go spank them and make a statement. Tom, 100%. I just hope that's what lads are thinking. I just hope it's not a reserved, relaxed feel because of the other results round us. We need them to just go and do what they want to do, you know. Revenge, go stick it on them. Best defence in league, go show them. Best defence for your best attack. Go show them. Go show them what we can do. Keep going about their defence. Formidable it is, but look how good our attack is. Just go do it. Ampadu was our best 6 by a mile. A good centre-back 2. Perfect. Pascal there, though, just to jab his strength in the middle back. Yeah, it's a shame that he's got to play centre-half, although he's great. You know, he's very capable. Like you say, he's very good at that role as well. I do think if Strout plays Ampadu's partner in Tanaka, Gruev and Rothwell are on bench, but I do think Gruev's a very capable player if he picks Gruev as well. I really like Gruev, you know. A lot of people say he's negative, but you know what you're going to get from him. You know you're going to get a 7 out of 10 out of Gruev, and he'll put himself about. Records are there to be broken. Yeah, they are, mate. Burnley lose tomorrow night, Leeds 2-0. I've said that, Richard. That's what I hope. Yeah, they are. They are there to be broken. Not lost there all season. Have anybody in this league who can turn up on day and beat a side like that? It's Leeds. Of course it is. Danny, you are far too negative in here. Very negative. They are Pixar. Yeah, I know. But yeah, like Adam says, it is Disney Pixar. Yeah. Well, what I said is what I like anyway. Whoa. Weird question streams are great. You clearly missed my impromptu philosophy stream. I did, mate. I definitely missed that one, yeah. I'll have to run that one back, bud. I'll have to run that one back. Richie, it's not negativity, it's been realistic. Yeah, but I don't know if it's been a realist though, because we're top of league, Danny. We're top of league. Like, you've got that Leedsy sort of tag, a bit like Dillo, Leedsy thing back in it, saying, you know, it's a game, Leeds can't win. Why ain't it? We are top of league. Like, being a realist to say, you know, top of league should beat third for me. Ben Hoffin says, absolutely raging, miss first half tomorrow night. Oh, just need whole team to show up and back Melia. Yeah, we do. You miss the first half tomorrow night. It's gutting when that happens, mate. It's gutting. Yeah, the Sunderland game earlier in the season, our lass's brother, his birthday, God damn it. What, you know, didn't help me out there. I had to go for a family meal and that, and I had to watch highlights and get updates from Darren and stuff, and it were a nightmare. So that was a full game I missed, and obviously Melia meltdown at the end of that game. So I had to do, I think I did final word on Joe's show with just extended highlights and try to blag my way through it. But it's awful when you can't watch a full game when someone comes up or whatever. But yeah, I really hope that the lads can dig Melly out of a bit of an hole, because for me, he's going to need help again tomorrow night. And you've seen, no, I don't care what anyone says, the players have lifted, you know, defensively. You've seen against Sheffield Wednesday, especially Byram lunging in box. You know, he times that wrong. It's a penalty. Same with Ampadu. Absolute warriors they were, and putting the body on line and winning really good tackles there and taking ball away from defenders and really risky tackles. But they're having to make those decisions to lunge in and really stop any shots going on that goal. And I firmly believe it's something in the back of the mind that they need to do. They're going to have to do it again tomorrow, because Burnley are going to have chances. Melia has to play well tomorrow. I knew the last 2 games he wouldn't have much to do. 2 clean sheets. They're not really Melia's clean sheets. Harsh, some people will say, but it's accurate, it's fair.
I know Joe B, who's in now, loves Melier. He's found it hard to defend him lately, but this is a massive game for him to play. Huge. And I felt a lot more comfortable if Darlow would have played last two, come through with 2 clean sheets, which he probably would have done. Darlow would have kept those last 2 clean sheets, just because he'd have had this would be the 3rd game. He'd have got a bit of continuity in there, and I wouldn't have been worried about the goalkeeper. I'd just been looking elsewhere. It's just it's brought back the Melier fear on me, but I hope to God it can make me eat my words and actually have a really good performance, because what a confidence boost it would be to keep a clean sheet here and actually have something to do, because he's gonna for me. This could be a real statement from Melier, it really could, or it could be Daniel Farker. What the fuck have you done? Love your quirky work, Joby. Danny, the reality is that we win tomorrow night. So I'd agree if it's Disney Pixar. If you hadn't listened, a DreamWorks film, know your stuff. Toy Story, Joe. Toy Story is epic. Toy Story is epic. I'm not the only one that said we lose 2-1. No, a lot of people think it's going to be tight, mate. Yeah, I love Shrek. Richard, blagging your way through is your speciality, mate. You know it is, mate. But you're always here, mate. So God loves a trier. Richard loves a blagger. But yeah, I just blag my way through. You know what it is? I just talk about Leeds all the time, and half the time people don't want to hear it, but you guys do. You guys actually want to hear it. So I say, well, I have these comments coming on. I've nearly called now. I won't be far off end of stream this one, but you know what? I got StreamYard updated 6 or 8 weeks ago. So you pay a little bit to have all, where you put backgrounds on and stuff, and you get 50 hours for a month. And I'm like, that sound is that 50 hours? That's well easy, I ain't gonna do more than 12 hours a week. And yeah, before I went live on Friday night, I went on 48 hours out of 50, so I had to upgrade to get 100 hours, which I actually couldn't believe. I don't know how I've managed to do like 48 hours this month. It's ridiculous. Like I say, I'm live tonight. I'm not doing anything more other than watching football, but then I've got Jer on for the review on Tuesday. Jer from The View, absolutely buzzing. He's coming on to review the Burnley game. So please check me out on Tuesday. That's gonna be great having Jer on, someone as good as Jer. Biggest Leeds channel in terms of numbers, knows exactly what he's doing. Been on lots of streams with Jer, panel shows on Just Joe show. Never had him just to myself to have a good natter with him. So I'm really excited for having Jer on. Wednesday night I've got Burley Banksy on, Andy McVeigh. Street artist round Leeds, blew up doing all these BT boxes, painting them up, and he's got a shop now. I think is it Merion Centre in Leeds. Had a couple of pop-up shops in there, and now he's got a permanent shop in there. He got announced, I think, this week. Really good guy. Loves, anyone who watched the Take Us Home documentary will have seen the Swansea game, the Pablo game. He was watching it with his son, and his reaction was brilliant. To call him the little wizard and stuff, and really interesting to get him on. Something a bit different. So I'm really looking forward to having the Burley Banks on Wednesday. I'm trying to get an opposition preview for Thursday with Cardiff, and then Friday we've got Late Night Leeds back with Adam and Sean, which the incredible numbers. Anyone that's not seen Late Night Leeds from Friday night, go watch it. It's one of it. I think it's my biggest video, and for me, it's probably the best one we've ever done. It was brilliant. So yeah, loads of content to come, and yeah, to be doing more than 50 hours a month is ridiculous, but I'm loving it, so it don't feel like a chore. Enjoy it. Our lass is in bed, kids are asleep, everyone's safe, doors are locked, and I'm coming down here and waffling on here. Absolutely love it. It's better than sitting watching Shrek and Toy Story, although it's close. By the way, it's Beauty and the Beast, old Disney best. Sorry, Matty back. Back to Leeds. Yeah. Feel a 1-1 or a 2-0. Yeah, it's going to be tight, Ben. It's going to be tight. It's just Disney waffle now, isn't it? Jungle Book 1967. Nah, I don't like old movies, me. I don't like old stuff. Think I'm missing like 25 to 70th minute at 7-a-side livid. Feel a 1-0 win tomorrow. Proper scrappy win. And I mate Joseph goal. Should have got one last. He should, mate. I don't even know if he gets on pitch, me. I don't even know if he gets on pitch. If he does, it's a sub for me. Adam, if we lose, we all still top. If we draw, creates points on Sheffield. If we win, half 1 foot in the Premier League. Yeah, like you heard Natalie say there. If we beat Burnley, even though it's still we're not clear. If we beat Burnley, she's saying we've won league. Like, still a long way to go. Like Farker won't be thinking that, but like that's what a lot of people will be thinking. The best animation is Toy Story. Yeah. Joe says that's 50 hours of storage. You don't need to keep them all stored. I didn't know that either. Drop me a message. Joe Blackburn, you half help me out.
But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not very techie. I just seen it in red. I'm like, oh, I've got about an hour and a half left on there. I better upgrade it. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll have a look into it. So if you delete your storage off StreamYard, I assume it doesn't delete your videos off YouTube, I assume. That might be a daft question. Best Disney film for me was The Damned United. It was like a Disney film. What went on? Wait. Did you boy predict 79-0 for the Norwich game? Probably, mate. When on Tuesday? Yes. I'm hoping you're not telling me something else. Yes. Jury's on my show on Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's already sat waiting in the library is the video. It confirmed today. If you're going to break me out and tell me something else has gone on, I will be gutted. But yes, Joe from The View is on Tuesday. Messaging him last few days and he's agreed to come on. Please don't break me out, Joe.
And the records are there to be broken, but nobody wants Farker's 15 straight defeats in the Premier League, even though they don't, mate. He'll break that record. Yeah. Richard, hope Solomon puts his right studs in tomorrow. Yeah, no slips from him, mate, please. Never watched it, Danny. Read the book. Seen your thumbnail. Jay here at 9 p.m. Matty, try get Josh Warrington on as well. Oh, I've got no chance, mate. I've got absolutely no chance. Meany played Don Revy. Joe B knows where it's at. Richard says, if we win tomorrow night, we have 6-point lead on Burnley, which is the gap we keep speaking about. Yeah, of course it is. It's massive tomorrow. It's massive. Joe says, oof. Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm also borrowing Joe before that. That's fine.
That's fine. Thank God he hadn't double booked. I'd have been gutted.
Sean says, I agree with Natalie. We win tomorrow. We have 1 foot in the Premier League.
Yeah, you'd have to say so, wouldn't you? Still a long way to go. If anyone can mess it up, it's Leeds. But yeah, I agree. If we win tomorrow, we're favourites anyway. We're favourites anyway. We've been favourites all season. But yeah, I do believe that.
And how much prep do you put into each one?
Mate, I don't want to tell you because you won't want to watch it anymore. You know what it is? I do put it in. I'm a scruffy handwriter, but I do put the work in. Look. I do make notes. 2 pages of notes there. But I've been best man twice as well in my life at weddings and bullet points. It's all I do. I put bullet points. I'm really good at waffling, and as you know, I always use that term. But I always put bullet points down. I don't go massive into stats. I put a few bits down that I might need to pull out from time to time. But yeah, it's. I think that's why I'm a little bit different as well. Like I'm just a normal guy. Like I don't know everything about football. Like people in chat now know more about football than I do. I'm just a passionate fan. You'll find it hard for me personally to match my passion. Like I absolutely bleed this club, Andy. Like I fucking love this club. It's all I think about. Last me summer and I'll be thinking about Leeds United. And this is before I had this channel. This just gives me somewhere, sort of vent it all. But when it comes to passion and just love for the club, you'll find it hard to match. Like I know, everybody loves this club. We're all passionate, but I know what I'm like. You know what I mean? I go to bed thinking about it. It's the first thing I think of when I wake up as well. Like I absolutely love this club. So I don't need much preparation other than just general bits of the other opposition and bits like that I might need to pull out because my thoughts are what I want to offer. And it does look like most people just like hearing my thoughts. I think you connect with a personality, don't you? Like I've always watched Joe Wayman more than anybody. He was always the main one I've watched for years because I connect with his personality, his story, who he is. And I think that's what it is. You want to watch people that know more about Leeds United than me. They're all out there to watch as well. But, I do feel like there's a space just for someone like me to come on and just chat shit, really. But yeah, preparation-wise, not masses. Some streams, none. I won't lie. I don't like taking notes. I'm reading and writing. It's not my forte really. I've never been massively academic. I just know enough because whatever truth I say, it's my own, so it don't really bother me. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that, guys. An hour and 14. That's an early one for me. I did think we'd still be here till Monday morning. If anyone can mess it up, it's Fark. I can. Oh, don't say that. But yeah, please smash a like on. Please subscribe. Like I say, busy week this week. I'm going to be live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 100%, like 4 days straight. Thursday is not nailed on just yet as in terms of what's happening. I'm trying to get a Cardiff fan, somewhat similar to this, get a Cardiff fan for half an hour, maybe not even half an hour, 20 minutes, and then I'll waffle on like I normally do. But I am going to be live, Tuesday onwards right through till Friday, and I can't wait for Friday, late night Leeds with the boys. So yeah, CB says thanks. And Matt, you don't like old movies. I thought you were Mr. Nostalgia. How wrong? No, I am, mate, but movies, I don't like old movies. Like I really don't. Don't get me wrong. Charlie and Chocolate Factory, Wizard of Oz, like proper legendary ones. Yeah, I like them, but nah, I'm not massive on really old movies. I love stuff from like the 80s. I love 80s movies, 90s movies, but when you're going back to like 60s and 50s and that, it's just not for me, mate. Adam says, cheers, Matty. Cheers, my mate. Speak to you tomorrow. I used to watch Connor on one lead, but stopped watching him. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Connor, but I mainly just watch, I watch now. But thanks, Matty. Good stream again. Yeah, probably was just good. Natalie Stolt show probably a lot more insightful than I am, but yeah. Sean says, I love your stuff, mate. I feel a connection with you. Yeah, Sean, that's what it's all about, man. I feel a connection with you too, mate. You're a really top guy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely love doing this. Great stream, thank you. Great stream, Matty lad. Cheers, Danny. Great chat like always. Thanks, Ina. Hope you're well, my mate. Joe Blackburn, want my old late night Leeds logo from when I did that as a series. Never used it, so all yours if you fancy it. Mate, we haven't been too bothered for the logo, to be honest. I tell you what, though, the thumbnail really hits the spot, doesn't it, Joe? We're really lucky that Adam, who was obviously part of that team of me, Adam and Sean, Adam's, his work line is doing graphic design, I think it is, and he's lucky to have a team behind him who can come up with something like that. So we put ideas into a hat and he sort of come up with that. And I'm sure you'll agree, Joe, that thumbnail for that, the actual stream is absolutely top notch. I mean, I know I'm on it, so I don't want to come across spaghetti because I just think it's the best thing I've seen on YouTube in terms of thumbnail, and I had naught to do with it. I think it's absolute thing of beauty. So I'm so happy, and I've told him this before, and Adam's quite modest. Oh, it's not to do with me, but we're really, really good thumbnail that. So yeah, logo wise, we weren't too bothered about a logo as such. We just wanted thumbnail to stand out, and I think he nailed that. But yeah, thank you for that, Joe. And thank you for sorting out that review one as well, mate. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I know, really lucky, mate, that Adam sorted that for us. But yeah, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping in. Like I say, watch out for all my stuff this week. Loads of streams coming this week. Please make sure you're here supporting. Take care. Thank you so much and have a good week.